Yeah, here we go. We are live streaming. Let me just share this in a couple places because I didn't really post this at all today. Kind of like the last time. I'm pretty sure I said the exact same thing. We are live streaming. Let's go. All right, we'll post that to Facebook. I should have put it on my story too. Sammy B is first. Frugal Faction, of course you're first. We are live streaming. Let's go. We'll post that again. Yeah, we'll let some people trickle over. Bryant's in the house. Elizabeth is in the house. What's going on, guys? Welcome to the live stream. We have some important stuff to talk about today. We have some important stuff. I'm just going to share this over on Twitter real quick, and then we're going to dive right in. Give people a couple of minutes to, get settled. Get settled. Find a seat. Find a seat. And then we'll really dive in to the nitty gritty. We're going to talk about that match that I just did. We're going to talk about Wrestlemania. We're going to talk about WWE 2k22. And we're going to talk about why I haven't been uploading much at all. I'm going to talk about all those things. Let's see. Thank you, Hitman. I appreciate that. So, okay, you know what? We're gonna peel the Band-Aid off. I have an announcement to make. And, there's a handful of us here. Sarah's here, Elizabeth, Bryant, Sammy B, Hitman. You guys are all here. And, other people will just have to find out this news later. So, I recently said that I was not going to be wrestling any more matches unless something really, really called out to me and I felt passionate about it. And I also said that I don't like using the R word meaning retired. So, I had this match recently. I wasn't in the shape that I wanted to be, for a few reasons. And I thought about it, and I said, okay, I'm wrestling in my hometown. I'm wrestling a really good friend of mine. I am wrestling in front of thousands of people. And I get the opportunity to put over, in wrestling terms, that would translate to I give someone the win. I pass the torch, if you will, to a good friend of mine. So I think with that said, that sounds like a good way to end a wrestling career. You know what I mean? And again, I'm not going to use the R word, but as of right now, I'm done. Which is crazy to say, Yeah. It's really crazy to say out loud. So, what's going on, Dino? Dino's in the house. So, yeah, I just felt like it was really important to end on my terms, end things in a way that I thought was special to me. You know what I mean? Yeah. So, like last time I said, probably maybe there's still people or matches that, no. Like, I'm not interested. I feel like I ended things really well. The only regret that I might have is I definitely would have wanted to face Christian Cruz one more time. Maybe it would have been cool if I had multiple matches against Stan Michael. That would have been cool. And, I mean, that's the thing. There's always going to be something in my mind that's like, oh, coulda, woulda, shoulda, or what about this opportunity, or maybe this, or maybe you can get on AEW Dark, maybe you should do this, and maybe you can get in contact with Impact again. And there's always going to be what if, or maybe should, and so on and so forth. But I'm looking at the bigger picture here, So, why I haven't been uploading much on YouTube. Working out every day, even though I look like that, working out every day, believe it or not. Going to wrestling training, traveling for wrestling. All of this takes so much time and money, and time is money. And so if it's taking my time, it's a big deal. But anyway, so it takes so much time, and I don't get to record as much. I don't get to interact with you guys as much. I'm looking at what I've done, in the first 3 months of 2022, and I didn't do things that I really wanted to. I didn't do as many videos. I haven't even done an extreme reaction yet. I haven't even done an extreme reaction. So what's the issue. Yes, I am a new father. Just had a little baby. He does take up a lot of time and energy, but like, so does wrestling. And I feel like right now I'd rather interact with you guys. I'd rather be more involved doing this than wrestling, because I can get more out of it in this moment. I feel that's how I feel. Just from doing a deep dive within oneself sort of situation. Sarah, we don't use that word. My goodness. Haven't you heard anything that I said, Sarah? Big Man Drums is in the house. What's going on? Sammy B says, if Matt was in TNA, he would have been the X Division champ. He would still have a YouTube channel plus a father. He'd make videos on his spare time and go live too. Yeah, if I could do all that, right? At least you can accomplish all your wrestling goals in 2K22, my rise, says Brian. I suppose that's true. Hitman says, Sarah, he already said he won't use that word. Oh, Sarah just came back. You missed it. Yeah, I don't use that word. And the reason why I don't like to use that word is, look what happened when Shawn Michaels said it. Look what happened when Ric Flair said it. In wrestling, never say never. Never say never. You just don't know. So, if my son grows up, is 4 or 5 years old and says, Daddy, I wish I could see you wrestle just one time. I wish I could see you wrestle. Guess who's probably going to get back in the ring? So never say never, Terry Funk. Yep, there you go. Hey, Day is in the house. What's going on? Frugal Faction in the building. Sammy B says, yeah, once you get older, things get harder to do. That's true. That's true. Okay, Big Man Drum says, your WWE 2K character and community creations. No, and I'm going to touch on that, though. Hitman says, look what happened. Oh, yeah, Terry Funk. Maverick Jr. becomes a wrestler, too. You never know. You never know. So, so that's why I'm not going to use the R word, because you just never know in this life. There's a chance I might, but right now, I don't want to. Like, not only am I not going to, I don't want to right now. Which is like the first time in a long time that I've been able to say I don't want to. Okay, so let's jump to WWE 2k22. Yeah, a permanent one. All right, let's talk about WWE 2K22. See a couple questions about it. Big Man Drum says, is my character on community creations yet? No, he is not. So I literally have not played since the last time you guys saw me play. I have not played because of wrestling. Like it takes up so much time. And I want to be able to spit out. I want to do a YouTube community Royal Rumble. I want to do my Rise. There's so much stuff that I want to do, and it makes me feel excited. I feel excited to do that. I feel excited to talk about it with you guys afterwards. So I have not, but there is a lot more now that match is finished. Now that I have hung up my boots, now that I have hung up my wrestling boots, I can focus more on this. There will be more, a bunch of stuff. So Sarah says, Showcase is so fun. I'm excited to do that. Go through Rey Mysterio's career. Did I give Cheap Wrestler a 10 yet? Nope, not yet, just because I haven't jumped on it. Big Man Drum says, you know me better for my old account name, SKM. Ah, SKM, yes. Okay, welcome, SKM. Good, I feel like it's been a little while. I haven't given Cheap Wrestler a 10 yet. So, next week, for real, we're hitting the ground running. Things are coming out. And, I'm excited about it. I'm excited. And what else? About 2K22. That's pretty much it. My character will be in community creations next week for sure. And when he is, I will put up a video. I just beat JBL in Showcase. Oh, the Intercontinental Championship match at Wrestlemania. Is that the one, Sarah? Once I get that fixed, I will be able to play it for sure. There you go. Oh, your Xbox, yes. Yeah, it sucks. I was like, when you told me about that, I was like, dude, that blows. Your Xbox broke? Ugh. So, yeah, that's basically it with 2K22. That's why I haven't uploaded much. Just been busy traveling, training, just busy wrestling. Big Man Drum says, you should make a Nicholas Pennywise and Sugar Mama in the game. Make it a faction. That's a pretty good idea. and then actually have my mom in it as well, right? That would be really cool. No, 2006 Judgment Day for the World Heavyweight Championship. Ah, okay. That's my bad. That's my bad, Sarah. My bad. The NWA pack is out for whoever didn't pre-order it. Nice. Nice. Excellent. Yeah, listen, I actually bought this game. So I have to play it. Because I actually paid for it. Which is nuts. If you guys haven't already, don't forget to Hulk smash that like button like it owes you money. Matt's interference is his mom, and she gives them the stunner. I could totally see it. My mom would definitely give someone a Stone Cold stunner. With the beer and the fingers and everything. Totally. She would go complete, full, oh, hell yeah. Completely. That's, yeah. RKO that smash button. That's right. RKO that smash button. Give it a little backhand if you must. I think it's $35 in the PlayStation Store. The pack itself, not the game, right? You mean just the pack? It's not bad. I mean, I don't know. It's funny because I'm like, I don't really see me playing as that many people. Probably just my character. Okay, the pack itself. The pack itself. What should I eat for dinner tonight, guys? I'm hungry. Like, really hungry. Sugar Mama hits the AA on Matt. I went to SmackDown Live when I was 21. It was a fun experience. Got floor seats. Hey, I never sat on the floor. That's awesome. That's awesome. Who wrestled that night, Sammy? My Rise is really good. Best one in my opinion. Wow, that says a lot. Chicken wings. Ooh, that sounds good. Pizza. Chicken and broccoli. Okay. Cheap meals. Yeah. Always cheap meals. Always cheap meals. Always cheap meals. Let's see here. Well, you guys had some good suggestions. Definitely want one of those. Which one, though? Cheap meals. I'm in NXT for my rise. My friend Billy decided to stay in NXT for as long as he can, and I haven't played my rise, so I don't really know how it works. But I've heard good things overall, which is exciting. I'm excited to play because I just feel like it hasn't been good for a while, so I'm really excited to play and get into things. Let's talk WrestleMania. WrestleMania, the card is really starting to round out. I think that whoever said my rise is good, I respectfully disagree because you don't get anything for completing it. Really, you don't get anything. That's pretty lame. Are you sure? Are you sure, Big Man Drums? GM mode is also fun, says Sarah. R-Truth in a tag match. Jeff Hardy calls out Randy Orton. Brian Kendrick had a match and a few other matches. The Miz and his wife in a tag match. Okay. My baby's good. Thank you so much for asking. Is it Wild Divas? Wild Vass? Is it Wild Vass? It's probably Wild Vass. Not Wild Divas. I've been watching Denk Ops play it. Okay. Alright. Yeah, I don't know too much about it, but I like it that way. I'm kind of going into it blind, so that makes me more excited to see what it's all about. Let's talk WrestleMania. The card is rounding out. Let's start with who should we start with? Or what match do you guys want to talk about first? You let me know. What match do you guys want to talk about? What do you think? Haven't watched WWE for over a year. Oh my gosh. So I'm going to do something, guys. I hear my son is very upset upstairs, and it's rare that I do this. But I want to make sure he's okay. So I'll be right back. Talk amongst yourselves. Talk about WrestleMania. I want to come back and join this discussion. So I will be right back. Please bear with me. Parenthood. Okay, let's see who stuck around. Sorry about that, guys. Let's see. Oh, forgot to close the door. That might be good. All right. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. Just upset. Let's see. All right, let me close this door so we have optimal sound. But let's see what you guys say. Logan Paul is a joke, yeah. Okay. Let me. Okay. All right. So let's start from the top. So the first thing is I want to talk about Cody coming back. So let's talk about that. Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes. Do you guys even think he's coming back? What do you guys think? Is Cody Rhodes coming back? And let's elaborate on it more. Is Cody Rhodes coming back? Do you want him to come back? Is Cody Rhodes coming back? Do you want him to come back? Cody is trolling, so Sammy says no. Yes. Sarah says yes. Hitman says yes. So, okay, let me ask you this. Why would you want Cody to come back? Like what is it that Cody Rhodes will bring to the table? Or like, how do you picture him on the card? Like, do you picture him being the next champ? Does he beat Roman Reigns? Does he beat Brock Lesnar? Or is he more of an IC level guy? Fighting Ricochets and Sheamuses? I would love to see him get a push. Okay. So I'm thinking you mean main event level, Sarah. Okay. So I like Cody Rhodes, and I actually really liked his work in Japan. I liked his work as part of the Bullet Club, and I even enjoyed his work in AEW. So I would like to see him come back. You know, I would like to see him come back. I don't know where he would fall on the card. I'm thinking upper mid level. Upper mid level meaning like a Sheamus, or even like a Randy Orton right now, where he's not necessarily in the main event all the time. They could fall back a little bit and then kind of get mixed up with some other people as well. Where like Roman Reigns right now and Brock Lesnar right now, they're just main event. And that's it. That's it. I shouldn't even say right now. They've been that way for years. Let's see. Brian says the matches he would have with current superstars would be amazing. Okay, yeah. I know people who personally know him. You know what's funny, Hitman? Me too. Alpha Gabriel, what's going on? Hey, Matt, I got a question for you. Will you ever do a cage wrestling match? Alpha Gabriel, you should have got here like 15 minutes ago. So Alpha Gabriel, I'll just catch you up to speed. I had my last wrestling match last weekend. My last match and possibly forever. Might be my last match. Don't know. So cage match is not likely, no. Cody's dad was a legend, so they gave him a push. Okay. All right, okay. So we're pushing for Cody Rhodes here. Cody is a second-generation superstar, the American Dream, okay. One thing he said he would never do is go back as Stardust. Well, no, that would be crazy if he did. That would be crazy. Let's say, okay. So who wins? Cody Rhodes or Seth Rollins? Who wins? Who wins? Cody Rhodes. All right. Bryant says Cody. Wait, Matt, if you have another match, can you slap them like Will Smith did to Chris Rock? Oh, we're going to talk. You know what? We're going to talk about that too in a little bit. Like right after we finish up with Cody Rhodes. We're going to talk about the Will Smith Chris Rock situation. He said he would only do it for a person, but he won't now. Okay, all right. I mean, I don't see why he would have to go back as Stardust, especially since Goldust isn't even there, you know? All right, so Cody would win. All right, you guys have big plans for Cody Rhodes. So how upset are you going to be when it's Shane McMahon who comes out? We're like, Seth, here's your opponent, Shane McMahon. It better not be. That's what I think is gonna happen. I think it's gonna be Shane. So let's talk. Let's talk about the Will Smith situation. Let's talk about the Will Smith situation. Okay, this is my opinion. Everybody, it's interesting to see how everybody feels about it because there's some people that I'm like, wow, you really feel that way about it. Okay, okay. In my opinion, first of all, it seems like Will Smith has had a really, really rough last couple of years. Let me backtrack even further. I'm a huge Will Smith fan. And he's someone that I actually look up to. Does acting, his music, you know what I mean? Like he's somebody that yeah, I would consider a role model, you know, growing up. So on the Oscars, Chris Rock made a joke regarding Will Smith's wife about her hair. It was cut short, basically like a buzz cut. Now, she has alopecia, so that means she loses her hair, has trouble growing it in places, and apparently it's been something she's been struggling with. So Chris Rock made the joke. I don't know if he knew or not, but he made the joke regardless. And Will Smith decided, as he was hosting the Oscars, he was going to walk up to him and smack him. Now, if you've been around this earth for a while, comics say wild things all the time. Like, and especially in I see what you said, Hitman, and I actually feel differently. Especially on award shows. Like, literally, comics, if they're hosting the Oscars, the Grammys, they usually have segments where they do, like, little roasts towards the celebrities. I don't even think what he said was that bad, especially if he didn't know that she had alopecia. He just compared her to G.I. Jane, which is a movie starring Demi Moore, and she shaves her head. And he said that she was going to star in G.I. Jane too. I didn't think that was that crazy. I'm like, okay. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that, all right. That's not I don't know. Like, I don't think that was that crazy to say, even if she does have alopecia. Like, it might be more like, okay, So, yeah. And then Will Smith walked up to Chris Rock. It was very clear to me that Chris Rock did not. I know people are like, oh, they planned it. But no. Sorry, I got distracted by something. Rep John in the house. What's going on? Wait, what'd you say? She said it on everywhere she has it, so he had to know. I mean, I didn't know. I had no idea. But and I mean, and again, I can't define someone's struggles, but like I have alopecia. And it's not why I'm bald, but I have it in my beard. There were like chunks just stopped growing in certain areas. But I don't know. I'm like, all right, it's not cancer. You know what I mean? Like, it's not cancer. But anyway, so Will Smith walked up to Chris Rock and smacked him in the face in the middle of him hosting. And I went and sat back down in his seat. And Chris Rock was obviously shocked and shaken and just like, what the heck was that? And Will Smith responds, keep my wife's name out of your effing mouth twice. And that was the situation. Now, in my opinion, this is my opinion. If Will Smith felt that strongly, at the end of the day, you got to be professional. You just got to be a professional. I'm sorry. You just have to be. That segment could have ended maybe when Chris Rock went backstage. Will Smith could have approached him there and had words with him. But to do that, you force people to see violence, when they can't avoid it. They don't know it's coming. It's different going to a wrestling show because that's what you expect. But you're making people see something that they did not sign up to see. They didn't sign up to see people be smacked. They signed up to see an award show. And like, I just don't think that I definitely don't think Chris Rock deserved that. No, I don't think he deserved to get smacked in the face. Like, he clearly had no idea that it was coming, so he didn't think that he deserved it, and I don't think he deserved it either. I thought that was way too far. Take him backstage, say, Chris, I feel offended by what you told me, by what you said to my wife, and I would appreciate it if you don't speak about her, you know, ever again. But to put your hands on someone, like, truthfully, to put your hands on someone based off of something like that, like, if Chris Rock wanted to, Will Smith could have got arrested. Chris Rock just didn't want to do that. But I don't know. I thought it was a messed up situation. I did, and I thought, as much as I looked up to Will Smith, and I say looked up to because I feel let down as a fan. I really do. I really do. I really felt that. I feel like he let me down. I expected someone who is professional, who can keep their emotions in check, and that wasn't the Will Smith that I grew up knowing. You know what I mean? So, and I'm not saying, listen, we all make mistakes. We all show a different side of us at times. We all can't be perfect. So I'm not expecting him to be perfect. I guess I'm more expecting, I don't know. Like, I saw his written apology, and it was really well written. I'd be curious if he really feels that way. I don't know. Will Smith wasn't happy about the comments about his wife, so he slapped him for that, but he should have used his words, not hit him. Exactly, and I agree with that. Please go to MLW and end Enzo's career. I love Enzo, Tony, but welcome to the live stream. I mean, putting his hands on him was not right, but also Chris Rock should have not done that joke knowing they would be there. Yeah, I guess, Hitman. I guess. I mean, that's what comics do, though. I go to award shows when you watch them, But hey, that's the thing. We could agree to disagree, That's the interesting thing about the situation. A lot of people have different feelings about it. It's crazy because 20 minutes later he won an Oscar. Yeah, that was crazy, Bryant. That was crazy. Michelle says, hello! What's going on, Michelle? What's going on? Sarah says, Enzo Amoria? What? Do you think you will ever go to DPW? No. I did at a point. I really did at a point, Big Man Drums. I was like, that's on the plan. I realized, I was like, all right, I want to wrap things up with my career. And then I started making like a list of like 30 things I want to do. I'm like, what are you doing? That's not wrapping things up. Destroy Enzo. Will Smith said he could have said anything about him, but not the wife. Because he was scared of him. Did I retire from wrestling? So, Michelle, we don't use the R word. We don't use the R word, Michelle. However, I have decided that I am going to step away for the time being with no plans of returning. I had my last match just happened. Last match for the unforeseeable future. And that's okay, Michelle. That's okay. Yeah, and that's basically it. The last match I had, it checked off a lot of boxes for me. Went against a really good friend of mine in my hometown. Was able to put him over, etc. So I'm just really excited that I could do that, and I feel like that's a great way to end a wrestling career. Drew's in the house. What's going on, Drew? What would you do if you're in a Mr. Beast video? I guess be happy, right? Yeah. Big J Films? Big J Films? Can you say my name? You are my favorite wrestler. Say my name when no one is around you. Big J Films, I love you if you ain't running game. He said he knows what he does for work, so he knows he is fair game, but knowing what his wife is going through, she's off limits. But, alright, and I hear you. Well, like I said, I had no idea Jada Pinkett Smith had that. Alopecia, And also, this is the other thing, Hitman. That's alopecia, like, just to throw it out there, like, there's some people who have alopecia, and like me, like, I have alopecia, but I'm not upset, like, I'm not upset about it, and I understand she's a woman and she might be, but Maybe he didn't know that. To me, I just thought Jada Pinkett Smith was and you know what, I usually don't say this, a badass woman. I usually don't curse at all in the live streams. And she just shaved her head. And she was just she was in the Matrix, she was in Gotham. I just thought she was a bad chick, you know? So, like, he might have thought the same. Like, I had no idea. I had no idea. Big Man Drum says, you were only 33. I mean, 23. You still got a lot of years left, but I understand with you having a kid and a YouTube, so I get it. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I want to invest more time into this, for sure. I mean, if she didn't have what she has, it wouldn't have been so bad. Yeah, but you can't, expect people to know, for sure. And also, with that, like, if it happened, okay, if somebody, let's say I had it and I'm bald, right? If somebody were to joke about it for me, I wouldn't care. I wouldn't be that offended. You know what I mean? So he might have felt that she felt the same way, because she's like the type that would just shave her head, because she's just such a tough brute. Do I like Nirvana? I'll be honest, I do enjoy Nirvana, but I don't know that many songs. By the way, I'm on my sister's account, says Sarah. Okay. Are you streaming on a computer? Yes, I am. Oh my God, thank you so much, but you really are my favorite wrestler. I love your attitude. I appreciate it, Big J. Big J! I appreciate it. Let's see. Wild Vast, yes. Actually, this upcoming week I will be uploading more 2K22 videos, but I do have a couple that I've uploaded on the channel already. Check them out. Drop a comment. Let me know what you think. All right. It's all good. All right, so I have to wrap up this live stream. It's time for me to go upstairs and eat some dinner. But so I will see you guys soon. I'm the cheapest wrestler in the world, Matt Rivera. And I don't use the R word.